I'm going to address the court members, everybody that's here. Everybody has been very respectful this entire time, and I truly appreciate everything that everybody has done following court decorum. I'm going to ask that everybody continue doing that, no matter what the verdict is. Please continue being your polite selves that you have been this entire time, and I'm very grateful for that behavior. So let's have the jurors come back in. Please be seated. We're back on the record. The jurors have been reassembled and indicated that they have reached a verdict. Who is the jury foreperson? Are you? And you have the verdict form, sir? Would you hand those to the bailiff so she can hand those to me, please? Them. So I have the first verdict form that says, we, the jury, find the defendant, Daylon K. Richardson, guilty of the offense of murder, in parentheses, intent to kill or do great bodily harm. I have a second verdict form that says, we, the jury, find the defendant, Daylon K. Richardson, guilty of the offense of murder, parentheses, strong probability of death or great bodily harm. And the third verdict form, we, the jury, find that the allegations that the murdered individual was a peace officer killed in the course of performing his official duties, and that the defendant knew or reasonably should have known the murdered individual was a peace officer, was proven. Mr. Carmen, would you like the jury poll?
I would.
Yes, please. I can hear you better that way.
Juror number 59, was this then and is it now your true and correct verdict?
Yes.
Juror number 44, was this then and is it now your true and correct verdict to each count or as stated on the verdict forms?
Yes.
Can I go back into 59?
Sure.
Juror number 59, was this then and is it now your true and correct verdict to each count or as stated on the verdict forms?
Yes.
Juror number 81, was this then and is it now your true and correct verdict to each count or as stated on the verdict forms?
Yes.
Juror number 92, was this then and is it now your true and correct verdict to each count or as stated on the verdict forms?
Yes.
Juror number 73, was this then and is it now your true and correct verdict to each count or as stated on the verdict forms?
Yes.
Juror number 66, was this then and is it now your true and correct verdict to each count or as stated on the verdict forms?
Yes.
Juror number 22, was this then and is it now your true and correct verdict to each count or as stated on the verdict forms? Yes. Juror number 33. Was this then and is it now your true and correct verdict to each count or as stated on the verdict forms?
Yes.
Juror number 53. Was this then and is it now your true and correct verdict to each count or as stated on the verdict forms?
Yes.
Juror number 32. Was this then and is it now your true and correct verdict to each count or as stated on the verdict forms?
Yes.
Juror number 56. Was this then and is it now your true and correct verdict to each count or as stated on the verdict forms?
Yes.
Juror number 100. Was this then and is it now your true and correct verdict to each count or as stated on the verdict forms?
Yes.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, this concludes your jury service. Thank you for spending your week with us. I am very grateful for the service and that you appeared in court. I hope it wasn't a horrible experience and that, as I did this week, learned something new every day. So thank you again. So you are discharged from duty. And Jeanette or Jane, I'm going to ask you to call the 2 alternates and let them know they are discharged as well, please. So you are really... Please be seated. I believe I need to have a pre-sentence investigation report prepared and set this for a sentencing hearing. I don't know how far out your county goes, because it's 45 days in my other counties.
45 to 60 days, please, Your Honor.
The verdict kind of limits what kind of a hearing we're going to have on sentencing. There will be a motion filed pertaining to that particular sentence. I would rather have that heard before we do a sentencing hearing.
I understand, Mr. Kerman. I would like to set the sentencing hearing out for 60 days. Once you file your motion, then we'll set your motion for hearing prior to the sentencing date. But because of my calendar, I have to get the sentencing hearing date on my calendar so that they're not moving me around to all different counties or my juvenile call in Rock Island County, I've got to clear.
The only problem, Your Honor, is the nature of the motion that I'm going to be filing is going to require me to assemble some medical records and such. That's going to take some time to get.
Okay. Well, then pick a date 75 days away. That gives you 2.5 months. So, and quite frankly, between your calendar and Ms. Runty's calendar, if I don't get a sentencing date today, between you, her, and me, we'll be doing a sentencing next year. And I'm not willing to do that. I want a sentencing date today, and then you have time to file and assemble whatever you wish to between now and whenever you want to file that, and I will certainly get the hearing in prior to the sentencing date. And then I need to sign a pre-sentence investigation order? You don't do that out here?
They'll do that by docket, Your Honor.
All right. So Traylon, propose a date for me, please, about 75 days out. So that would put us at middle of May.
I have a 3-day trial in the middle of May, but other than that, I can work around it.
Can we start looking the week of the 20th, please?
Could you do any
That's fine.
It's fine.
Ms. Runty?
Yes.
Do you all want me to schedule this for a half day, for a day?
If we are planning sentencing only, not that additional motion hearing that day, I would say half.
Mr. Carmen?
I'll take a half day if the court's offered.
Per sentencing, only because
Not because of motion, not for motions.
not the motion. No, the motion will be heard prior to that day.
So May 24th, anytime is fine.
Anytime, what time, what time?
Would you like to start at 9?
Sure, does 9 work?
Sure.
Ms. Runty?
That's fine.
So we'll set May 24th for 9 AM for sentencing. Mr. Carmen, get your motion on file. Somebody let me know that the motion was on file, because sometimes nobody tells me.
I'll send you a courtesy copy.
Thank you. And then we'll confer between the two of you and Ms. Terry Lynn to set the motion for hearing.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
It's fine.
all right. So we are adjourned. Thank you. What's the date today, Terry Lynn? Thank you. Yes, you'd think I would remember that. I know. I'm a horrible human being. I guess, I don't even know what day of the week it is.
You don't gotta rough on me like
I asked for no outbursts, and you have been very polite the entire week. And you did exactly as I asked you not to. I appreciate and I understand that it's emotional on both sides. And you are guests in my house. You follow my rules. If you don't like it, you don't have to be a guest. Am I clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Perfect. And you are welcome back so long as you comply with my rules.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.